Serenity, you rescued me from the storms I used to chase. I found your voice in quiet waves. In stillness I found grace. No more chains and no more plea. I am who I'm meant to be. At last I breathe serenity.
Hey, stay back. I don't know who you are, but you stay back. I will beat you. I got.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. How we doing today? Whew.
False alarm is
Little
just
mask is
serenity. False alarm is just serenity, guys. We're good.
Yeah, it's just me. I know. I'm probably more scary this way than I was before. So, hey, everybody, happy Friday and happy Halloween. I hope you guys are all having a great festive day so far. How about you, Alpha Cruz? How's your Halloween going so far, buddy?
It's been good. It's starting to rain all of a sudden, so happens. Temperatures are interesting. The weather
It
is
happens.
even more interesting. It's just like, oh yeah, nah. We get hot back to the hot weather, and then tomorrow you'll get cool weather, and then we'll just like rain on you for no reason. So
See, that must be nice because it's getting damn cold around here. Halloween, we can put on the big costumes and get all warm. And so I want to say, hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Of course, we're having another Freaky Friday, even on Halloween. So thank you for tuning in. And hopefully you're sitting there waiting for your trick-or-treaters and making their lives better. And always include some ducks, man. Everybody loves a duck. So definitely get some duck love and some sugar love out there. And we'll get everybody high on chocolate and ducks. It'll be great. So I want to say, hey, everybody who's there. We got BTK, buddy. Good to see you. I love the black cat. Yes, I don't know where Jax is. We'll have to bring our black cat out here in a bit and have Jax do a special presentation here. And vegan mum. Hi, Ashley. How you doing, dear? I can never say that. And Jade's good to have you. Greeting from the Netherlands. All right. Good to see it. And Mo, my man. How you doing, Mo? Good to have you all with us today. So, kitty attack. Yeah, we will have a kitty attack. I guarantee they're around here somewhere. So, yeah, it is Halloween. And unfortunately, this was supposed to be October. Sadly, this has turned into one of the bloodiest Octobers that we've ever experienced. But it's not all bad news. In fact, the Fed just did a second consecutive 0.25% rate cut. That was announced yesterday, I believe it was. The funny part is, Chair Powell described it, the outlook as driving in fog, because they don't have any numbers. There's like, I don't know, let's throw a dart and see what happens. Because the government shutdown has had some huge effects. And truth is, nobody knows what's going on. Now, today marks the 31st day that the government is shut down. That means there's only 4 days short of the record all-time shutdown, which, as you guys know, was back in 2018 under, yeah, you guessed it, President Trump. Same guy, same game. So, yeah, truth is, nobody really knows what's going on. The sad part is, Trump has made it very clear that he's using this opportunity to go into those federally funded programs that he doesn't agree with and just cut them, and has no plans on bringing them back. So, man, once the dust settles and all this craziness is over, I don't know what's going to be left standing. It's going to be nuts. And Ashley says, we're putting out candy, ducks, gnomes, popcorn balls, pretzels, and ramen noodles tonight. All right, man. You covered all the bases. I love it.
that's a lot of stuff.
That's a smorgasbord, man. You got me beat. Mine's just like, here's a bowl. Grab a handful.
Oh, is that what you got? You just got a bowl of snacks. Just a whole bunch of
Oh, yeah.
bunch of foods. Just like,
But as you
give
get...
everyone sugar rushes. That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Nobody beats out Cy. I have seen his apothecarium at his place. If you guys haven't checked out the pictures, jump in Project Duck Depression. Or actually, let me pull that up, because I was going to do that and have it ready here. So I'm curious, Alpha, while I'm doing this, what do you guys do on Halloween, or do you?
We don't really do anything. We don't. It's not a South African holiday, so we don't do anything. I know a lot of companies that are that are international, because we have a lot of those that work with the US time zones and stuff like that. They will have like a dress up, come to work dressed up as whatever, and but that's about it. South Africans don't celebrate Halloween. We'll maybe make a joke about it. We're like, we don't even celebrate Halloween, but we have people dressing up, and it's more of a way to make fun of those people because, like, oh yeah, y'all work with companies that work with American time zones, but it's not a South African thing. We have Guy Fawkes, we have a bunch of other things, but not Halloween.
See, that surprises me, especially since Halloween has such a history in. I've got it actually written down, but it started in Europe. Then you got the churches. I mean, you've got a whole, all the way around the world, kind of history to it. So that's really kind of surprising. So okay, well, hey, we live and learn. And yes, duck candy. I like that. So I got to give my hats off to Cy because that man, him and Rose and Lily do an amazing apothecarium every year at Halloween. So this is posted on Project Duck Depression. And check out the candy bars. This guy doesn't do like the little sample sizes. Nah, octopus tentacles, poison from blood, shark teeth, poison frog blood. I mean, this stuff is crazy. And they set this thing up. Potions, they go all out on this. So I kind of feel disappointed when I look at my candy bowl. I'm like, are you guys serious? Really? Come on, Cy, man, you're making us look bad. I mean, check that out. You come up with little kids like,
so cool. What the heck?
Yeah, that is amazing. So, yeah. Needless to say, I'm kind of disappointed in my trick-or-treat basket because, yeah, Cy and Rose and we put on an awesome show every year. So, if you don't know about it, you haven't heard of Project Duck Depression, you can go check out all the pictures and definitely give some duck love while you're there. So, I'm going to throw this in the chat real quick because that's one thing we always try to support. And there was, if you notice, the very first picture was a bowl of ducks. It's right there. So the ducks are going out to the kids along with the candy. So yeah, mine is depressing. So I don't even want to compare. But anyway, tonight's topic we're going to get into is the tricks and treats through time, a haunted history. So we're going to dive into where did Halloween start, how did it transition, and when did it turn into kids and costumes and candy? But more importantly, what do you guys do for Halloween? What kind of traditions do you have? What's your scariest Halloween? Your best costume? We're going to dive into that. We're just going to have some fun because it is Halloween. So,
I'm actually very curious to learn the history of Halloween because, like, I've always just seen, oh, Halloween. Okay, that's like that thing where the Americans dress up. Okay, cool. Enjoy.
Right. And it's not just, in fact, it didn't even start in America. We'll get into that here in a bit here. Let's go through a couple of crypto things because I do have some important information I want to share with you guys. Yeah, we need to go see them one year for Halloween. I agree. Wild Angel, we definitely do. Hopefully I'm in the U.S. next year that I can go see. Absolutely, Mo. That would be awesome, buddy. That isn't just this time of year has been sacred to many cultures for many hundreds. Exactly. It has. It has Nexus. And yeah, I looked up a little bit of research, but we're going to dive into that. And it's kind of crazy how it all came about. You really think about it. But let's wrap up the crypto stuff. Now, I do want to let you guys know that this, if you're in the U.S., this is Daylight Savings Weekend. So do not forget to set your clocks back an hour. Otherwise, you're going to be late for work on Monday. And they don't like it. I guarantee somebody's going to do it. There's always one guy in every company like, I forgot to set my clock. Don't be that guy, please.
Headache Savings Weekend. That's more accurate.
It is.
Headache Savings Weekend. Oh my goodness, the whole world is just going to go, Monday's not going to be fun. Let's just
around here, as a kid, as I was growing up, I loved daylight savings time because that's when I would go to school in the dark and I would come home in the dark. And it was only daylight while I was at school. The rest of the time was nighttime. And I've always been kind of a night owl. I've always liked the darkness. I don't know. Maybe that's why I like Halloween.
That's interesting.
That is
interesting.
Kind of a creepy
daylight
kid.
Saving, but you get nighttime.
Right, exactly. We're saving the daytime in a box. We'll deliver it in January or July. So yeah, we're gonna hold on to it till then, and then it's dark, light until like 10 o'clock at night. It's like, okay, cool, let's do this.
Yeah, it's a real crazy how it goes from like dark at 4 and then dark at 10.
Right.
The difference.
Hey, I'm good with that. I love that. Okay, so don't forget to set your clocks back. So let's see. Daylight say okay. Now, of course, we had a huge surge in the financial market. Things are getting crazy, and the fear and greed index is still setting pretty ugly. Let me bring that up here. That's wrong screen. How about I share this screen because that will look a lot better and make a lot more sense. So, yes, the markets are still terrified. We're sitting at 31% fear right now. we've seen BTC go up and down and hunt back and forth. Now, if you guys have been paying attention and watching Sai's post, you will know that his BTC chart is actually falling pretty damn well. So if you are a trader or one... stop that.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I've eaten too much candy. It won't let me zoom in. There we go. So, yeah, our previous green line here was the last one that Sai posted. We exhausted that and followed great. Now the blue line is the latest one he's added, and so far we are running neck and neck with it. Now, if you're not a trader, or maybe you've just been doing DCA, things like that, you can still time your DCAs, entries, and exit points based on this chart pretty well. As we've proven time and time again, he's pretty accurate. So if you're looking for a better entry point, I can tell you right now, he's got this tag down here at about 104,000 for BTC to start scooping it up before this next rise. Now, none of this is financial advice, of course, but hey, if you can get a better deal instead of buying it today, wait till it hits that 104 mark, put in your buy order today, and let it hit that and trigger it. So hopefully you save a few bucks on that deal.
Yeah, just like set a limit buy, is that what it's called? Something like that for that around that price range.
Yeah,
like
a buy order.
105, 104, 103, whatever, somewhere around there.
Right.
103 is like a just in case it does touch that.
Exactly. Now, it hasn't all been bad news this month. In fact, starting today, I posted this in Down Home Crypto Discord, but if you're like me and you happen to have a Nubela miner, yeah, okay, it's a fun toy to play with. 20 micro weather stations. If you have been running Nubela for, say, the last year when I put these videos out, today is the TGE event. That means right now you can go in, you can go through the process to connect your miner wallet to your EVM wallet, and there's a full documentation on it. And I'm going to put that in the chat right now to walk you through the process. But I will let you know, I'm going to make a video on that probably this weekend. But if you don't want to wait and you want to get started, here is the Medium article that walks you step by step through the process. I've read through it, pretty straightforward, but there are a couple things you have to do in order, so it says. I haven't actually broken it yet, so I can't guarantee that. But yeah, if you want to go in, right there's the official Medium article from Nubela. I got this right out of their Discord. And that'll walk you through the process. Pretty simple, straightforward. Now, if you're looking for the Nubela contract address, I'm going to put that in the chat as well, because this just launched on the Binance Smart Chain. So there you go. That's the official NB contract address. And if you need that, I'll throw it in Discord, or you can shoot me a DM and I will get this information to you. But like I said, I will be putting a video out here in the next couple days. I want to try and get it done this weekend because I want to do my claim. I've heard rumors that some people are earning, or they've collected over $500 per miner. But here's the kicker. Okay, you only get 25% of it unlocked at TGE. 3 months from now, the other 25% will unlock, and then 3 months after that is the remaining 50%, if I read it correctly. I will do the rest of my research to make sure I'm accurate on the when I do the video, and I'll give you a complete breakdown.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. So are you running Nubela over there, Alpha?
No. I can't afford these things. What do you mean?
I was lucky enough to be given mine to do the review on and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'll do a breakdown on it. And it was actually really easy to set up.
Give it to me.
And I've had no problems with it. That thing has been running like a champ since day one. That's been a year now. Where like my SkyX, remember it froze up on me. I had to pull it off the roof, try to turn it apart. Yeah, that didn't work. Now, Nubela's been doing great. They've had great partnerships. I've shared a bunch of those. And yeah, but definitely go in and take some profits. They do have staking platforms, a lot of different things you do with it. But you know what? That's totally up to you how you want to play with your money. Personally, I'm all about hitting my ROI first, then play with what remains. So.
Well, with you don't need to really do that because you got it for free. So it's a little easier for you. But for other people, obviously, if they spend the funds, they should be like, okay, as soon as I get my money out, then I can just be like, okay, now it's house money. We can show. Now we just do whatever we want with it. You don't want to be stuck in an ecosystem that's going down.
And we know it's going to. I mean, they all do. They always do. Now, of course, we are coming into the alt season. And, of course, at the end of alt season is usually our DeFi season. So who knows? Maybe they'll have some good partnerships. There might be some highs, some pumps and stuff. But I don't know. I always like to play it safe, get my money out of the game. And that way, whatever's left, that's my play money. Once I've hit ROI, now I can play with it. I broke it even. Life is good. So let's see. See, they even give a day to get adjusted. Time changes Saturday night, Sunday morning. Yes, that's good. We need that. And your SkyX hasn't had an issue. Well, your SkyX likes you better than mine liked me, apparently, because mine did. We talked about that last week. So yes, there is a Nubel airdrop, and there is another airdrop, but I'm not a part of it in any way. I don't remember what it is. You remember, Alpha? Nope. Okay. There's another one. I think Tactile Investing was talking about it. But it's something I had nothing to do with. But yeah, the DeFi world is starting to heat up. We're starting to see a lot of different projects, a lot of things going like that are more the high risk. So be careful on the content you're watching. And speaking of content, that brings about a new thing. Alpha, you had some news about what YouTube is doing. So what's going on over there, buddy?
Oh yeah, so YouTube is changing their content policy pretty dramatically. So they're doubling down on anti-gambling. However, the biggest change that affects us is that they are classifying NFTs, tokens, and anything related to like the on-chain stuff as gambling too. So yeah, it's going to be real tough because it's like you can't mention tokens, you can't mention NFTs, you can't even show your wallet, you can't even show that you have a wallet, you can't even say that you have a wallet anymore. Like all of those things are kind of going to be classified under this gambling section now. So,
I'm getting banned.
It's going to be
my next tutorial video. Yeah, next tutorial video. Here's my wallet. Here's how you connect it. Oh, look, ban. Okay, well, so much for that. Hey, that's fine. I will switch. I'll take DHE to a new platform. I'll keep it going. I'll keep the knowledge going. If nothing else, I'll get it in Discord, guys. I'll make sure we keep you guys up to speed on what's going on.
I know a lot of people have been like, okay, so where do we go from here? Like, what do we do now? There's Kick and there's other things, but like, what do we do? Because a lot of content that's on YouTube now, we kind of have to look for a new place.
Exactly. And X is really dominating. A lot of content creators for crypto especially have moved solely to X. They've kind of washed their hands of YouTube. So can't say I blame them, but YouTube is still one of the best places to get connected and find your audience. And it's one that's more viewed. So yeah, kind of hard to say. And yes, Nexus, especially with stablecoin farming, that stuff's nasty at the moment. It is scary nasty. And I'm already starting to see these promises. Oh, look, 2% per day. Yeah, you guys remember that game last cycle? Yeah, don't play that game. The quickest way to
what
get wrecked.
What do you mean? I just need to be successful for what? 20 days? Something like that? And then I'll be good 50 days? Just 2%
Exactly.
for 50 days? I'm good. Like, I can deal with 50 days, okay? That's just like...
And you can compound it.
2 months.
Yeah.
Exactly. Compound for 30 days. And then I start taking out every day for the next 30 days and I'll be good.
Right. I'll like quadruple my money overnight. It'll be awesome. Wait, I don't have any money left. Yeah, we've seen that a lot. Watch out for any morpho pools exposed to XUSD. Okay. XUSD is doing little recursive minting with other stablecoin parts. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's going to get scary, guys. There's going to be a lot of sketchy things out there. Some I know I'm going to cover. Some I know I'm going to jump in and like, hey, I'll put $50 in and see what happens. And poof, gone. Others like, hey, that might have doubled. Guys, as always.
On that, remember a few weeks ago we spoke about Plasma chain, that new stablecoin blockchain. I think they raised like 1.5 billion.
Right.
Their token is down like 87%. Now, during the raise time, everyone was going like, oh yeah, this is going to be the best thing on the planet. Now that the token is down, everyone's like, nah, this team fumbled hard. They don't know what they're doing. They should have never done a blockchain. They are so stupid. I'm just like, bag bash is real.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. We have seen it time and time again. And if you're new here and you haven't lived through the last cycle and all the psychosis of DeFi, yeah, thank God, because you don't have a lot of the PTSD that we do. But we are happy to share our stories with you. The biggest piece of advice I can give you is don't listen to me. Don't listen to that guy. Don't listen to anybody when it comes to your money. Take the time and do your own research and fully understand what is going on in these projects. Ask yourself the hard questions like, what is their revenue stream? What outside income is going to generate these tokens? If it's not, and it's just a flywheel effect, the shit don't work. Okay, we've seen it time and time again. It does not work. You must have an outside revenue stream come into a DeFi project to support it. If they just say, oh yeah, you buy this token, you stake this token, we're going to feed you back tokens out at this increased rate and it'll be great and you just keep flying. No, you're spending the same money around in the same shithole. So please do some research. And if you have questions, jump in the Down Home Crypto Discord. Ask one of us. We'll be happy to share our opinions, but never take anything we say as financial advice and don't go off what we say because we're just as dumb as you are. Straight up. Some of us are a little smarter. Some of, yeah. We are all learning because the markets change every single day. So please, 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 I don't care how famous that content creator is out there. I don't care if it's Mr. B saying, hey, you need to buy this coin. Hell no, you don't. Look at the Trump coin. How did that go? Oh, you bought it and it went down 8%? Great. You just made one of the richest, most powerful men on the planet even richer. Congratulations. Yeah, don't listen to anybody, please.
Yeah, at least you didn't buy into pump fund,
Exactly.
I mean, so, that's also down like 90% at this point.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
I borrow money from you, then you borrow money from me. We didn't just get X plus Y money. Yeah. No, it doesn't work that way, Nexus. Exactly. And here's a hedge fund guy. You promise the bags have a 15 million insurance, but his entire way, trust me, bro, type of situation. Yeah. A lot of hopium will be going out there, especially with the trauma in the world today. So, guys, be safe out there. Now, as always, I like to share with you one of my risque plays. Oh, that's okay. I'll skip over that. Whoa, okay, this new, I don't know what I keep breaking something. This new word program I have, it's a free one, keeps having issues, and it keeps taking over my media player. And I don't know why it does that. So let me try this. Let's try open with photos. There we go. Now it's going to work the way it's supposed to. Sorry about the white screen and the blindiness, guys. Yeah, new program is trying to take shit over. So, Pox. Now, this is one that I jumped into DeFi project that I felt pretty safe putting it in with Various and the Pox team. And I'm giving you guys a play-by-play. Not saying it's a good call for you, but I wanted to try it. I want to see how it's doing. And so far this week, APR is at 36%. We got another 85-cent payout. So our investment is up to, what do we got? $28 so far. Not bad on a $100 investment. And of course, on mine, I'm just having it auto-compounding right back in. I figure I'm going to let this guy run. We'll see what happens. Various has been around for years. The Monsters universe has been around for years. So I feel pretty confident they're going to be here for a couple more. So, hey, I'm going to let it add up a little bit. How's your box doing, Alpha?
Mine is also doing pretty good. I'm glad it's a little up from last week, 36% is better than 33.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good with that. It's fine. It's a 3% increase. So
there
mine
you go.
is pretty good. And I do have a lot of box, so, every little bit helps, I think, today.
And it's a set and forget, which I like. And,
yeah, I just get like So I actually get like a notification on my phone every Wednesday. I'm just like, sweet money.
See, I wouldn't even get it because I try and turn off my notifications. My phone would just melt. I don't even get them. I just like, oh, that's right, it's Friday. Let me go see what it's doing. I don't know. I have no intention of doing anything with it for probably at least another 6 months to a year. Unless some tragedy in life occurs, and if so, then I can always okay, nope, start taking it out. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, let's see.
40x. Before I realized the farming hyper recursive, I pulled out immediately custodian exposed money. That trigger pool. Ooh, good thing you got out of that quick. And Wild Dave says, I just learned how to do that compounding in Excel. It's so cool. I hate Excel. Excel hates me. We have a mutual hatred. It works out really well.
Excel is interesting once you learn the tricks, but until then, it's miserable.
Oh yeah, I don't know the tricks, so for me, it is absolutely miserable.
Yeah, for me too.
Yeah. So, what else did you have in the crypto world or the financial world we got to cover, Alpha, before we dive into our Halloween celebration?
Well, we have Mixi, we have MetaMask, we have Linear, we have, there's a list. There's the Ledger story. So, which one do you want to go to? Which one? We have like 4 options here. All of them dramatic.
Are they all like a horror story or what, man?
Okay, basically yes. So MetaMask is a bit of a harder story. So they announced a $30 million. Okay, they said $30 million airdrop season type thing, a rewards program, season one, and then it was revealed that they meant 30 million in linear tokens, which is only $370,000. But the executive stated that it's $30 million worth of linear on a completely separate occasion. So it's just like, do they even know what they are talking about? But that's
No.
that's that.
Trust
also
no
down,
one.
Linear is also down 60%. So and these are tokens that they were given to give out to the community, so they're not actually putting any money in. They're just dumping more on the community, basically. But that's a harder story on its own. Then we have Ledger. Ledger did a multi-sig UI, I should say, because they're just using Safe as a backend. But they're charging $10 per transaction.
Oh no, it said it was free. I remember that. It said it was free.
They said it was free in their statement. It was free. The best part is that it's free. Then you go and check the FAQ, and it says $10 per transaction. So this is transfers, any of the normal stuff, or 0.5% per transaction if it swaps or anything like that for clear signing. So every $10,000 would be $500 in fees. It's insane, absolutely insane. But they felt that was normal. Cool thing on that is that Safe, the people that they use in the back end for, release their own application with clear signing, and it's free. Yay! It's actually free. But of course, Ledger was like, "Oh no, it's fine. We charge 0.5%. It's perfectly normal." So that's cool. And then I think there was Mexi. So someone has been fighting with Mexi, while a lot of people have been fighting with Mexi for a long time to get their funds released. But over the last 24 hours, one of these people's things just blew up all over the timeline on X, and Zach XPT got involved and started investigating the people behind Mexi, and suddenly they were like, "Oh no, we fucked up. Y'all can get your money back." Coincidence? I think not.
Yeah. All of a sudden it's like, oops, our bad.
Yeah. So it's been interesting. It's been a real interesting week with a lot of crazy, insane things just happening. It's just like, what do you mean? And then also, actually something good. Arc, it's another stablecoin blockchain, cool, whatever, who cares? But unlike Plasma, where Plasma had a native token for gas that fluctuates in price, Arc is going to have a stablecoin for their gas token and a stablecoin for the stablecoin token. So it would be USDC, both is USDC. One is 18 decimal places and the other is 6 decimal places, which is, it sounds confusing, but in the UI, you wouldn't even tell the difference. So the person that's using it won't know that there's two different tokens. They'll just know that they have USDC. It's just the developers that would know these two separate tokens. So that is actually really cool. That's really good news. Because, we've seen a lot of stablecoin blockchains and they all have their own gas token that just doesn't make sense. And you're just like, why? Why didn't you just use a stablecoin as the gas? But yeah, Arc is putting the right foot forward and be like, don't worry, we got you. We've heard you, and we got you. It's really cool.
I will have to check into that one, because that one I have not dug into yet. So, yeah, that kind of wraps up all our crypto news for tonight, guys. If there's anything we haven't covered, definitely throw it in the chat, and if there's something we know about it, we'll definitely toss out there. But I think we've had everybody backstage long enough, and that balloon is starting to creep me out back there. I keep seeing it move. Like, where's my balloon moving? Well, yeah, I'm waiting for the clown to pop out. I'm waiting anytime. So, let's bring him out. So, of course, it wouldn't be a party with just us. We got to have some beautiful ladies. I almost said some strange pee, but I won't, because that'll get me banned. Hi, Wild Angel.
Hi.
Don't get banned.
What'd you do to the kitty? Oh my God, what happened? Whoops.
She stuffed him.
Well, my Zirkit kitty really kind of came in handy. So, most of you know I work for the Department of Insurance, and our bureau for Halloween decided for everybody was going to be a line of insurance. So where's my Dr. Lynn DVM, and then
like that.
my kitty.
Okay.
So I am pet insurance.
Your pet insurance. Okay.
I am
That's
pet
cool.
insurance. We had
That's
a
a good
lady
one.
dressed as a corn on the cob.
What?
She was doing corny jokes. Crop insurance.
There's crop insurance?
Yeah, honey, there's so much insurance.
Silly.
There's
That is-
insurance. What do you think farmers use if their crops go bad or if they have weather or something? Yeah. We had somebody do vision insurance. She had these big pop bottle glasses and the eye chart and a sweater that had eyes knitted into it. So apparently she had this sweater from the Bass, but it was fun.
Okay.
And for Halloween and United Way, we wrapped up our United Way campaign today. We did a Great Pumpkin Challenge. Serenity, will you pull that up? Serenity
Yes, I
and
will.
I did a couple of pumpkins for the Great Pumpkin Challenge.
Ooh.
This is our candy machine.
It's a
The idea
vending
started
pumpkin.
The idea started as a bubblegum machine, and Serenity ran with it.
Evil
The
pumpkin.
tongue is actually Laffy Taffy. One of the ladies I work with actually sculpted all of this from Sculpey. She called it No Trespassing.
That's cute. I like that.
And then Starbucks, my pumpkin spice latte.
Okay.
And then we have this cute little turkey.
Oh, he's cute.
By the lady who dressed up as what's called active turkey insurance. It is a surplus lines, especially back in like Michigan and Wisconsin. I guess they have a lot of wild turkeys that do a lot of property damage.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Then
But
crazy.
the cups were there for voting. So everybody in our agency got to vote or buy extra voting tokens if they wanted to stack the deck. Serenity and I earned 52 votes for Candy Machine. And Stacy, the next highest one, Stacy, who did the sculpting, she got 23.
Whoa, that's a huge
We
difference.
won't even
Hooray,
talk
baby!
about pumpkin spice or turkey.
Out of the
park.
They were single digits. But
Ooh.
yeah, so we just totally blew everybody out of the water.
My
So-
special ed candy pumpkin. He was special ed looking too. And the funny thing is, the Laffy Taffy, I melted it and made the tongue, and it kept drooling and melting all over. We had to put nails in it to get it to stay, and it kept
And
dribbling
foam
out.
underneath. That's why he's got
It was
napkins
horrible.
under him, because wet pumpkin and Laffy Taffy equals drool. The pumpkin drools everywhere.
That is actually crazy.
But yeah, so we
We gotta
have
capitalize on
raised
that. I mean, you get drooling babies. Let's have drooling pumpkins, man.
pumpkins,
$1 million
right.
industry right there.
Pumpkin.
Well,
You
we
and a
raised
drooling pumpkin?
nearly $2,000 this month for United Way. And with the state of the world right now, where they have basically cut off food stamps, the SNAP program, yeah, United Way is going to be more needed than ever. So, but yep, that was our pumpkin,
Lots of pumpkin.
our son. He is.
Oh, that's cool.
You're muted, Serenity.
Okay,
What is it
sorry.
like a-
Thank you. So, has anybody watched the Muppets Christmas Carol?
I don't know.
Let me know in the chat. Okay, so you have the three ghosts of Christmas, right? Ghost of
Yeah.
Christmas Past, Ghost of Christmas Present, and the Ghost of Christmas Future. Well, in the Muppets Christmas Carol, the Ghost of Christmas Present starts out as a red-headed, big, absent-minded spirit. And just in one day, he goes full gray. But literally, with Gage in his costume, he looks just like the Ghost of Christmas Present. Now, if you
Except
haven't
not
seen...
as Harry.
Yeah, not quite. He's pretty close with beard and everything. If you have not watched the Muppets Christmas Carol, I highly recommend it. We religiously watch it 2 to 3 times every year and have for the last 20 years, I think.
While we're
yeah,
decorating
when we
the
decorate the
Christmas tree.
Yep. It must be playing while we decorate the tree. That's one of our family traditions. So,
Okay.
yes, that's where Gage got the Ghost of Christmas Present.
He's been
That's
growing his
interesting.
hair out for months.
That is a very interesting what's the word? Tradition. That is really interesting. Must be fun.
It is. And, you know, that's part of what we're going to talk about tonight in Halloween and stuff, because we have another tradition we'll share with you here in a sec. But first, let's get the last member of our crew up here, Mr. Nexus. How's it going, brother?
Hi, Nexus.
Oh, how's it going? What a week! What a week!
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
It's been a crazy week. Crazy.
It's been insane.
But
Truly
it's Halloween. So what's your costume, Nexus?
What's my costume? I guess I'll say that I'm a Terra Luna investor, which means my costume is a cardboard box.
You can still afford cardboard? I'm impressed. You got me beat.
I picked it up. It's because you know street knowledge. You got to know where they're throwing it out, bro. You know where to go. You can just pick it up out the dumpster. It's that simple.
Perfect. Perfect. I love it. I love it. So, happy Halloween, everybody. And we're going to put up a board here now that we've got everybody here and we can see everything. So, Alpha, let's see. I'll get the back. There we go. So, a little festive. Now, of course, I want to do something fun because it is Halloween. And we always go into the self-help topics and, you know, the whole aliens and AIs, all the crazy stuff. So today, we're just going to jump down the rabbit hole of Halloween and how it all began.
Mm-hmm.
So now I had to look this up on AI, and I'll give you a few little pieces that I was able to.
Yeah, see, I'm an anthropologist. I came up with this knowledge. Like, it comes in basic anthropology classes. Yeah, because one of the first things that comes when you're learning, like, 101 anthropology is, well, what's the origin of popular religious holidays?
Right.
And of course, Halloween is actually a secular interpretation of a very, very, very deeply religious and spiritual tradition that goes back not only deep among the Native Americans and the Aztecs, but also among Christendom, Europeans. Like, it's everywhere, actually. And the Halloween as Americans celebrate it is almost like, as you would imagine, we cherry pick little bits of the Christian version, little bits of the pagan version, little bits of the Aztec version, and we just kind of mash it all together, and it's all the same thing now. But honestly, this goes back many hundreds and hundreds of years, all the way back to the Christian celebrations of All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day, as well as the Mexican Day of the Dead, which is what day, guys? Not today. It's tomorrow.
November 2nd.
Yeah, tomorrow or the day after. Yeah, depending on the calendar you use. But
yeah,
it's an important tradition. And it's recognized worldwide because almost every culture has a way that at this time of year that they would celebrate those who are no longer with us in unison, like all of our ancestors, everyone who came before us. And the idea is based on the simple spiritual interpretation of this time of year, the autumn to winter solstice era, sort of basically, when we're really feeling the seasons change, that this time of year is actually the time of year when the veil between worlds gets thin. Yeah. And that's where a lot of this comes from. From paganism, we have the Samhain tradition, which is where we get a lot of the goofiness and the dressing up in the costumes. From Day of the Dead and Dia de los Muertos, we take the sugar and the treats and the giving out of snacks and candy. And in that way, it's an amalgam. It's a modern amalgam of 1,000 traditions across 1,000 years. And I've always thought it was cool for that. It was neat.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
And actually,
hey, Austin, how you doing, buddy?
In pagan culture, it is actually the New Year.
Oh, yeah.
It is not.
Totally.
It is not January 1 like we recognize year, but it's a pagan New Year.
Because pagan tradition measures years by changing a season in this way. So it's kind of a totally different calendar. But it's an accurate calendar. Like, they always knew what time and day and year, what time it was, because it was like, okay, it's this point in the season. That's also the reason why. Yeah, you can look at Chinese emperors. We'll talk about many seasons I have reigned. Right, like this is a long tradition all over the world.
Yeah.
It is, and it's amazing how we celebrate it now compared to how they used to. Looking at back at the Samhain, where the Celtic started, over 2,000 years ago, and all the things there. Then moving to like I talked about All Hallows Eve when that came about, and just how this rolled across all types of cultures and all around the world. And that's why it was really surprising to see that Alpha, you guys don't celebrate Halloween. I can't believe you guys don't have something down there to celebrate. Is there anything else in your area or in your culture that does the same kind of thing, that celebrates, past relatives that have moved on or anything like that, changing the seasons?
I don't think so. And I think it's
Damn, you guys are boring.
Yeah. I feel like I've said this multiple times. I feel like I say this every stream. South Africans are very boring. Like, we have a very diverse culture, and because of that, it's kind of hard to pinpoint one thing that the whole country does. So, like, generally, the only things that the whole country will do would be national holidays like Youth Day, which is the 16th of June. And that's because I think 100 youths were gunned down in like 1976, so that's different. And then like Heritage Day, which is the celebration of South Africa's heritage because we're so diverse. But like, that's only real things that we would do. And on both of those occasions, we go braai. Like, South Africans are very simple people. Maybe the other thing would be like Guy Fawkes, which is... That one's an interesting one. That one's an interesting one because it's less about, for the younger people at least, it's more like you go around and throw people dirty. Yeah, barbecue. Braai's barbecue, our version of a barbecue.
Okay.
So you go around, take paint and throw people with it, or eggs and stuff like that. But yeah,
and
those things.
Guy Fawkes, actually, it's a celebration of a failed assassination.
Wow,
there's a good party.
Who?
On a UK king. They failed the assassination
He was trying
attempt.
to blow up the whole house of government. He was trying to blow up everybody.
Okay.
That's what
everybody goes.
Yeah. That's why it comes here, because we were colonized by the UK. So,
That's why. Yeah.
Fair enough. So, thank you, Alpha Buddy. And I want to say thanks, Bud, because, we have been consistent. Like Wildland said, we've only missed a couple Fridays in over 2 years. We're at 105 episodes now because we want to make sure that nobody's alone on Fridays, even on Halloween, because I guarantee there's some people out there sitting alone in their house. Maybe they're handing out candy. Maybe they're not. Maybe they just turned off their lights like, screw it. I'm just going to sit here alone and drink in the dark. We're going to make sure nobody's alone. So thank you, brother. We love having you, Austin. And, man, you are always welcome to hop up here and join us anytime you want, brother. So let's see.
Oh, yeah, it was a prime minister, not a king. Okay.
Ha!
Sorry.
Mo's got it. I love it.
I was close.
You were close. So, it's interesting. All these different things we celebrate in the different ways we do it. But now Halloween has turned into very much a scary holiday. I know as I grew up, it was all about horror movies. And, you had your superheroes, Michael and Freddy and Jason and all those great things. And, of course, you got to have a red balloon. Otherwise, it just ain't Halloween. But that's just me. So I'm curious, when you guys were a kid, when you were growing up, what do you remember as the most important thing to Halloween? Let's say between the ages of 10 and 15 or so. What do you guys remember?
Halloween sucked.
Really? Why?
Because we weren't allowed to do anything for it.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that would
Really?
suck. But you just
Yeah.
watch
Costumes,
everyone
no
out
candy,
there
no
and-
nothing?
We were too old.
When you were 10?
Huh?
My dad and my stepmom. Yep, we were too old.
Wow.
And then they would
Okay,
play
well-
horror movies in the living room all night, and so I ended up in my bedroom all night because I don't do horror movies. Period. No. No.
They wanted
I
to
do.
terrorize you. Of course they did. Of course they did.
Interesting.
You know, just traumatize your kid. Why don't you?
Right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Wild Angel. And yeah, it's. You know, I think
So
a
now
lot
I-
of kids do enjoy it.
Halloween's actually my favorite holiday.
Mm,
Making up for
Um,
lost
well-
times.
mm.
I used to really get big into costuming and decorating and everything. I haven't done it in the last 8 to 10 years. But
Hmm.
yeah, that was before you, Serenity. And yeah, because it's not one of
Interesting.
your big holidays. And so
Right.
Christmas is freaking nuts. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I love Christmas. So, what about you, Nexus Man? What do you remember as a kid? What was your favorite part of Halloween?
My favorite part of Halloween was always that my elementary school friends and I would get together in costumes and see who could get the most outrageous version of a very generic costume. One year I won because I was a knight who had an actual metal sword. It was
Oh.
dulled metal, but it was that in middle school that made me the king that Halloween. I think that was like 03,
Oh, yeah.
maybe 04. Like goodness, I can't remember precisely when, but yeah, no, there was a lot of joy in that, and at the time, I recall distinctly that there was a lot of news about how Halloween was corrupting the children. And there was a lot of sort of post-satanic panic about needles and razors in the apples and
Oh, yeah.
like poison candy. Like, yo, you shouldn't go to strangers' houses. And like, it's so fascinating how we can look back on that with like, man, wasn't that trite? Wasn't that a petty thing to be scared of at the time? Like, there really wasn't any danger of that. People were not
right.
actively poisoning candy and feeding other people's children poison candy. That was not a thing people were doing. And yet we were
Nope.
so anxious even then that we were worried about that. And it was on the news all the time
Yeah.
whether something weird actually did show up in somebody's candy in this local neighborhood this one time. Like, okay.
It makes you wonder if their big brother did it or something, because yeah, it's like there was like one news article every year that happened, and so everybody were going to X-ray machines.
Right.
It was insane. I remember that. And,
when I was little, like kindergarten, first grade, so like 5 to 8, we were not allowed to eat a piece of candy. We would go out trick or treating. We were not allowed to eat the candy until we came home, spread it out on the floor, and my parents inspected every piece.
Oh.
we did the same.
If it had even a slight tear in the package, they threw it away. If it was anything homemade, popcorn balls, apples,
Mhm.
Anything that wasn't commercially made, it went in the trash. But I lived in a community where it was big to do like popcorn balls and stuff like that. And so that was like 2/3 of my bag was gone.
Oh,
And then we were allowed
Damn.
one piece a day. Halloween candy lasted till Easter. Easter lasted till Halloween.
Lord have mercy.
oh my God.
Whoa.
That's
Oof.
restricted.
No wonder why you're traumatized. Okay, that explains a lot about
I
you.
usually had one weekend in November where I was allowed to get just sugared out, crashing
Oh, yeah.
out, insane by just going nuts. But yeah, no, that was a once in a lifetime kind of a moment. Honestly, it was not an every holiday thing in my home. It was Halloween only. That was the
Interesting.
only.
Okay.
I wasn't even allowed to get candy at Easter. Like Easter
Oh.
candy
Oh.
was specifically like for other families. Like that was not something I was allowed. So, yeah.
Ooh. Wow, I must be spoiled. So, Camden says a favorite part of Halloween is that me and my friends went around in gang monsters one time. We're a horde of zombies, another, then we're a horde of ghouls and ghosts, etc. Okay, that's pretty cool. Everybody gets together like, we're a gang of girls. I love it. Dude, that is all. I think we got to do that next year. I say we all dress up the same.
That is hella cool.
We'll all be bald. Yeah, let's go with that. Alpha, you get a shave.
No.
Sorry, buddy.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's called a bald cap. They make things to fake that.
Shh, shh. I got clippers. I'll send them over to you, Alpha. It'd be great.
He wants me to shave. He doesn't want me to wear a bald cap. He wants me to shave.
Huh?
Not
Don't
allowed.
Don't mail him anything. He doesn't check his mail.
Oh, yeah,
See,
good point. Never mind. We can't
I'll
do
be
that.
safe. I'll be safe.
So things have been working for months and not necessarily new. That's okay. Good to have you here, buddy. Whether you're new or not, you welcome to work. Everybody's welcome to work. I mean, you don't have to say anything. You can just be part of the family by sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying the show. So great to have you with us, Cam. I love it. That's right. That's right.
I remember I was 15 and I actually spent the night at a friend's house on Halloween because Halloween happened to be on a weekend. And they had a Halloween party. I had no concept of how to handle that because I wasn't allowed to do Halloween.
Right.
And so
the whole house has a party and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, really? I had no clue. So we did the whole Cyndi Lauper thing. I had big hair back then. So we did the whole Cyndi Lauper thing with my hair, and she dressed me in some of her, kind of punk clothes. And right, I'm going to do that, Mo.
Yeah, we're mailing everything to you, Mo, because, Alpha sucks at getting mail.
Yep.
Yeah. We're never going to let you have that down, Alpha. Sorry, buddy.
But, yeah, I spent the whole weekend at her house, and we had a freaking blast. So every year it was like, I want to go spend the night at her house for Halloween. And then once I got out on my own, it was like, oh, hell yes. Halloween parties when I was old.
So she's the one who started that whole trend with you then?
Yeah.
Okay. Totally blame it on her then. That makes a lot of sense.
Her name was Lisa, by the way.
Okay. And it's interesting where, we all had different experiences, children stuff. And, growing up, younger, I did trick-or-treating stuff. But by the time I hit probably 12, 13, like, I've never felt comfortable dressing up as something else. I've always been me. And so, I really kind of got away from it and never really did a lot of that trick-or-treating after 12, 13, somewhere in there. Had a Halloween party once where I had friends come over and we watched movies and ate candy, and that was it. And that was okay, but it's like, just never one of my things. So now, as a parent, I usually sat at home with the oldest kid who's told to trick and treat. Did this for years, and it kept rotating children because as they grew, that one would move out, the next one go the role. We would stay home, eat candy, and mom and the youngest ones would go out and trick or treat. Like, okay, you guys go trick or treat. We'll hand out candy and watch a scary movie. And it was always, okay, pick what scary movie we're going to watch. I love scary movies. I'm one of those guys. What about you guys? Wild Angel, you said you're not. What about you, Alpha and Nexus? Do you guys like scary movies?
I do.
I am a specific fan of certain types of movies. There are other types of movies. People are like, "Oh, you're a horror aficionado. Surely you love this." No, I do not. I'm very picky. I am a hardcore movie critic about my scary movies. All right.
Ooh, okay. So let's dive into it, guys. Let's find out. So everybody in the audience, let me know, what is your number one top pick of your favorite scary movie? And for whatever reason, it can be animated, it can be whatever you want. So, Alpha, I'll let you start. What is your number one scary movie?
I wouldn't say exactly I have a favorite, but I'm a
What's
big
your
fan
what?
of the Jeepers Creepers. I'm a big fan of Jeepers Creepers. So it's like Jeepers 1 and Jeepers 2. Like those are two I always go back to. So maybe that's my favorite because that's the ones I'm always like, I could rewatch that.
Okay, so let me ask you, does that carry something back from your childhood? One of your early movies, the first ones you saw or really loved, or just something about the way it's made?
I think it's the way it's made. Like it's dramatic in its own way. It's not too scary. It's just like this is something you can just sit down and enjoy. They don't try to jump scare you at every different second. Like I think that just annoys me with a lot of modern stuff. So then
Right.
Jeepers Creepers not having that to just be kind of like getting in your psyche. I think that's the part I love about it, and that's I always go back to it. It's like, damn, what's gonna happen? But you're also not at this point where it's like, oh, jump scare.
Fair enough. Okay, that's interesting. So, Wild Angel, I gotta say, Wizard of Oz, are you serious? How does that even come up as a scary movie, girl? What is that?
I got her back on that. I got her back on this hardcore.
Really?
Well, mine actually goes to The Wicked Witch. There was a few scenes in there. It's really kind of scary. And those damn flying monkeys.
Fair.
They freaked me out as a kid. I still, to this day, cannot watch Wizard of Oz unless it's during the daytime.
Well, for me,
Really?
what makes Wizard of Oz a horror film in a modern context is learning about what every single actor went through, from Judy
guy with
Garland
the-
on the down.
The silver paint
Yeah, Tin Man. Yeah, he
had
died.
huge allergic reaction. Yeah.
He basically died to paint himself in that and give that performance. Like he died
Right.
for that movie.
Yeah.
The whole like poppies are raining snow on them scene, like when everyone's kind of getting high on opium for a minute in that
Right.
movie. Yeah, that was asbestos. They were raining on those
Really?
people.
Yeah.
Pure asbestos snowflakes, man.
You'll be
So
fine, guys.
everybody
Don't
in
worry about it.
the crew, everybody in that room, in that studio, was breathing that stuff in and got health issues later on. Like there's a lot of scary things when you dig into it. To say nothing of Judy Garland's studio experience before, during, and after making that movie is its own horror movie. Honestly,
I can see that.
But the movie
Absolutely. And
itself was The Wicked Witch and the Flying Monkeys.
yeah,
okay.
I didn't learn about all that other stuff until much later.
yeah. Most
Right.
people didn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
That made it a
Most
real
people
horror movie.
still
Then it's
don't
like,
know
holy
about
shit.
yeah.
Right. They don't have a clue.
I just thought The Wizard of Oz was a perfectly ordinary Oscar-winning, Academy Award-winning musical and like famous thing. Like there was nothing scary about it until much later when I learned about how it was made. When I started learning about the paint, when I started learning about the asbestos snow, when I started learning about what the cast and crew put Judy Garland through, like when I like those vivid, lurid details. Once I heard that stuff, which people can go look up on their own. I won't repeat it. It's too horrible for broadcast.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And so let's
that's
see.
My,
We got Mo.
my worst horror movie.
Okay. Hey, to each their own. That's okay.
Nightmare
Mo,
is a
and
classic. Nightmare on Elm
Yes.
Street's a classic slasher. Just classic
is.
all around.
It really. Although I think they overplayed it. I think they made too many of them. I think they just took it too far. After what was it? Dreamscape? What was? I think that's the last one that I actually watched and enjoyed. After that, I just like, seriously, this is getting dumb. It's like, how many Halloweens can you really have? Seriously, yeah. So I agree, Mo.
We
Totally.
have as many Halloweens as we can get actors to play Michael Myers, sir. That's how many
Right.
Halloweens.
Yeah. It's like, no, the first couple, they were cool. Okay, after that, like, okay, it's getting dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. It's like, yeah, no. Okay, next. So what is yours, buddy? And tell me about what makes yours. Yeah, you're a classic. Sorry, a connoisseur. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Number one? See, that's hard because, again, I've watched so many varieties of scary movie at this point that it's like from the psychological horror to the existential horror to existential body horror to garden variety slasher movies where kids get killed by bad guy for, insert reason here. Like,
Right.
I've experienced a lot, so it's okay. So my number one zombie flick, all right, because this is just to start you there, is Day of the Dead, George Romero's third zombie movie, and that's my favorite because it forces human beings to ask deep questions about what's more scary, the zombies or the people. And it goes hard into that. It goes really hard into like how in times of strife we devolved to Mad Max, basically, like that. And it asks the audience to confront questions about that. But it has an uplifting ending. Feel good ending. And a couple of his zombie movies had to have feel good endings because Night of the Living Dead is super depressing. If you watch that all the way at the end, it's just super depressing.
Oh yeah.
My favorite recent psychological horror movie is probably a toss-up between Heretic, Barbarian, and Weapons. All of these three are recent indie horror flicks that have had big show, big play, big critical acclaim, watched by a lot of people. All of them are great films, all of them widely talked about. They all are more supernatural psychological horror where there isn't so much of a deep meaning to it, and it's just sort of, well, this is an interesting story, I wonder how this unfolds, kind of a thing. Heretic is about two Mormon girls who walk into a hardcore student of religion's house, and the horror is he debates them on their ideas and also is a serial killer.
Oh, great.
So it's that one's kind of you can see where that one sort of goes from there.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay, they go to preach the Book of Mormon and shit goes bad. All right,
Quick.
Barbarian is about two strangers who rent an Uber and who Uber to a Zillow thing where they rent the same house by accident, and the house also by coincidence is historically owned by a terrible person. So there's a lot of interesting stuff that happens in the midst of that. That Barbarian's interesting because if you're used to horror movie tropes where the first guy you meet is certainly dangerous and like all sorts of stuff like that, Barbarian subverts tropes where sometimes a guy who's not a part of the local circle is actually the guy to be trusted. The stranger is more trusted than the in-group, right? So there's more trustworthy than the in-group. There's a lot of sort of nuance and play with that. Very, very dark twist, though, that happens in Barbarian. And most recently, a lot of people will be talking about it, is Zach Kreger's Weapons, which is a horror film about a classroom full of kids who disappears at the exact same time from all of their own houses independently in the middle of the night. And a whole town is wondering, what did this? How did this happen? And what's doing this? And there's a bit of supernatural going on in it. So that one's a lot of fun.
Interesting. I'll have to check that. I haven't checked any of this.
Nexus, I hear you talking about you like the horror movies that have a deeper meaning to them.
Personally, I prefer them. It's one of the reasons why I will defend the Saw movies, where a lot of people see those as trashy gore porn. I actually see those as revenge fantasies, wherein almost every person who gets messed up is actually horrible and terrible, morally and ethically. And the movies go to extreme lengths to illustrate how bad these people are before they then subject them to horrible things. So it's a little bit of, with Saw, there's a little revenge fantasy and revenge fulfillment thing kind of going on, because the guy engineering the traps where everyone always dies, he's almost supernaturally able to see the future. And it's that part of it is only ever explained as, he's a genius engineer. He just sees systems, he sees people, he sees how people interact with systems, and he manipulates them masterfully, right? That's the conceit of Saw movies. If you can't accept that someone is that good at anything like that, then you can't walk into the Saw movies and really enjoy them for what they are, which is a moralistic Batman-esque revenge story where Batman's allowed to kill people.
Saw is amazing. I think Saw will also always be one of my favorites.
The whole original movie takes place in one room. It was so the actors are carrying this entire movie on their shoulders, and they trust each other, and then they don't trust each other, and it's like a play that was adapted for the screen almost.
Mhm.
Because you could almost do a Saw movie on a stage and it works.
Oh yeah.
Because you can twist it up and keep the audience guessing, and if the props are really subtle, like there's a lot of fun that happens with it between the gore. The gore is not the key subject of Saw. Saw is a
Right.
morality play. And
Right.
I morality play horror is always more interesting to me than horror that doesn't really have anything to say. Like, okay, some kids go to Camp Crystal Lake and they offend Jason, who's defensive of his mom, so he murders everyone. Like, okay,
Everybody dies.
Like,
Yeah.
like it's
Sort of his ability to peer up everywhere.
there's not
So-
a lot going on there.
Right. There isn't. And, definitely one thing about and I would have to disagree. I think the gore does play an important role. I think it really personifies just how dark these people will go, just how evil they really are. And I think that gore just amplifies that darkness within them, that they're willing to cut parts of their flesh off to, tip the scale in their balance or get the key out of this person's stomach. Like, yeah,
But
they
it's
have no
also
problem
trying
doing
to
that.
say something about humans too. Like, we're no
Right,
different from an
right.
animal. We'll saw off our own leg to get out of a trap. Yes, we
Yeah.
will.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, the one lady who cuts off her entire arm because she's up against the fat guy and he's like cutting flat off, like, ah! She's like, fine, shit, go for the arm. Weighs more anyway. So,
And
Yeah.
I'm an avid defender of the Saw movies, where a lot of people would say they're trashy and they're just body horror and it's just like gore for cheap thrills. And I disagree staunchly with that position. And you can even look at like the most recent sort of Book of Saw semi-sequel, where it's like, okay, what would a Saw movie look like if the Saw guy isn't in there? Well, it looks like somebody using a Microsoft voice to be the Saw guy, which is mildly less scary, but yeah. Otherwise, they turned that movie into kind of a referendum on the police and the relationship with representing elite money versus activists and all sorts of stuff. So again, they tried to make it say something, and at the time they made it, it didn't resonate because we were already moving away from a lot of that. But in the end, it signaled that there's still a demand for morality horror. And in that sense, I think we're going to get more of this, more Charles Bronson vigilantes, more Taken. We're going to get a lot more of this sort of thing.
absolutely. The way the world's going, it's almost guaranteed. Now, Cam says, my favorite scary movie is Monster House. It was too scary for me, and I tried watching it 3 or 4 times, so I finally watched it all. Now I have an encyclopedic knowledge of the movie. That's impressive, Cam. And yeah, Monster House is a good one.
Helped him conquer some fears, it seems like.
Absolutely. So Mo says, I love the first one where everyone was afraid to fall asleep and ends driving themselves insane. That was actually good. And I don't know if you guys have seen, but a lot of times in the Down Home Crypto Discord, we play games almost every night. Video games. A lot of times it's Battlefield 6 we're playing a lot of, but we're also playing Dead by Daylight. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's actually a pretty enjoyable game. You actually have to fix generators escape before the killer wipes out all the survivors. And a lot of those characters are based off people out of movies. So if you haven't checked it out...
It's an asymmetric multiplayer game, meaning 1 versus 4. 1 versus 4.
It's a blast. I enjoy it. It's got a lot of them. But yeah, definitely stop in. And we do stream every... almost nightly on Twitch. In fact, my daughter, Ghostfacey6, has her own Twitch stream, and she is the most fun to watch. I'm going to put her link in here, guys. If you want to hear a girl freak out, she swears a lot. Oh, yeah. You can tell her father was a mechanic for many years because some of the shit comes out of her mouth like, oh my God. But she is the most fun to watch and listen to because she goes absolutely nuts. And we get in there and usually the whole group, and you guys are always welcome to join us, but we'll get in there and we'll start running these killers, and it's yelling and screaming and cussing. It's like, oh my God. And they jump around, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. So we are doing more and more Twitch streams, trying to broaden out our reach, not only crypto, but in entertainment everywhere. Because a lot of these people out there in the social environment are looking for this information. They just don't realize that, hey, that gamer probably is a crypto investor too. They just happen to be so. So definitely check out Ghostface6. Give her a love and a follow. And I guarantee, tune into some of her shows. You're going to have some fun, especially some creepy, scary ones too. So, let's see. Did I cover all the movies? I want to make sure I got everybody's Dead by Day. Yes, Cam. All right.
Something about comics.
Let's see.
I think that's referring to Saw comics, maybe.
Or Monster House comics.
Yes. Yeah.
That could be.
Yes, you did say
Is
Monster
it
House.
SAW,
Yeah,
SAW?
So the comics.
SAW. Yeah, that's the movie Assault. SAW.
All the that reminds me.
Yeah,
Smile
Huntress is good.
really-
Yeah, absolutely. I don't, the new one is
Smile
even
was
worse.
really cool.
Yeah, we could go down the rabbit hole of killers and survivors and everything else because there are a few of them, like the Knight. Dude, that Knight is super overpowerful. And it's like, no, you got to nerf that dude because that is all messed up. So,
Yes.
okay, so we went through your favorite horror movies, guys, and now let's talk about the movies
Dracula.
that maybe you don't. Ooh, that's a good one. The classic one. Or are you talking Bram Stoker's or which one? Which one, Cam? Because there's a lot of Draculas out there, man.
There's a lot of Draculas.
Or are you talking
Damn,
Dead by
there's a lot of-
Daylight Dracula? Yes, Dead by Daylight Dracula. Okay, yes. Yes, yeah. That one's screwed up. It's like, dude, seriously? No, you cannot go wolf and book it across map. Yeah. Dude, Cam, you got to jump in there with this one we're playing, man. You'll have a blast, I guarantee. So, let's go back on the Halloween thing, because, Halloween, we think about candy, we think about scary movies, we think about costumes. But what we don't think about is kind of what we touched on a little bit ago, Nexus, is that just, I'll call it the mind fuck. Because it is. Those movies that are like, at the end, you're like, what in the hell just happened? Maybe it's gory, maybe it's not, maybe it's just a complete twist that you never saw coming. So, I want you guys to think, it doesn't have to be horror, any movie you like, that really by the end you just sat there in your brain and went, what the fuck? Yeah. What would you say is the best mindfuck movie you've ever seen? Go ahead.
Oh, there's a bunch. Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
There's a bunch.
There was one I watched recently, and I was talking to you about it. He was popping back and forth in time or in you're muted, Serenity.
Give me some premises.
Yeah, time travel horror is almost its own niche in and of itself.
Yeah.
There's very few of those.
Well, I don't think this is technically a horror movie. It's just, it makes you go, what the hell? Oh, he had a team and they would go into the depths of the dreams.
Oh yeah, that's Inception.
Inception,
yes.
thank you.
Yeah, that's Inception
That one
with Leo
really-
DiCaprio. Yeah.
Yes, Leonardo, of course.
Yeah.
That one. That one was definitely the dream within a dream within a dream.
Yeah, at this point, you go into sci-fi being scarier than horror because of the implications. Like, you could basically take any singular episode of Black Mirror, and it could probably stand on its own as some of the most effective modern horror that we've got out here. Like,
Right.
Just with the... And I'd also, if you like your sci-fi to have a bit of humor in it, I'd also pencil in the Orville with Seth MacFarlane in with that as well, because there's some episodes of the Orville that are very Black Mirror-esque, that have this kind of, okay, here's a planet where technology has run amok and we're allowing things to go a little bit crazy. There's one episode, for example, very similar to the Black Mirror one about rating everyone with additional points. That stuff to me can be absolutely more terrifying than even like the garden variety premise of Hostel, for example, which is, okay, random college kids who go on vacation in Europe get randomly abducted when a criminal organization gets enough money, and the criminal organization's whole premise is, we run murder vacations where you can pay to murder someone of a specific ethnicity or group or whatever for a certain amount of money.
There you go. And society's not far off. Things like that would not surprise me. I mean, you start talking about, you go back to like The Running Man, where it's like, we're going to take these criminals, we're going to put them in. Whoever survives, great. Whoever doesn't, all right. You take Gamer. You take all these movies where they put those people, was like, hey, they're inmates, sentenced to death. All they have to do is survive, 10 video games, and they'll be okay. And if they get shot, then hey, just saves us some money.
So I parrot it a lot, but since you asked the question, what's the most head fuck kind of a movie that you could encounter? My pitch is Andrew Nichols' 1997 sci-fi movie Gattaca. Now, I don't know if a lot of people saw Gattaca here.
Yeah.
But if you've
I did.
seen I watched it in literal biology classes. Like, I had biology teachers who were like, yo, we're going to take a day. We're going to watch and talk about Gattaca for 90 minutes.
Is Gattaca the one where they have to be genetically superior and he has the...
Yes.
Yeah.
I remembered.
Yes. Yeah, the guy in the wheelchair and the other dude's, doing all the things. Yep.
Yeah.
Our homie Cyril hasn't yet seen that movie. I intend to get him to watch that and then come back to me to talk about it because he's so into gene science these days.
Oh, yeah.
But Gattaca, in particular, in 1997, was kind of a sci-fi horror film because the idea was that if you were born through a birth canal and not from a test tube where your parents made a bunch of decisions on your behalf, then you were basically subhuman. You were less than the full capabilities of what a human could be. And the character then has to go through an identity crisis because he has to pretend to be a guy who has perfect genes while also keeping up full pretext and pretense. So the drama of the movie revolves around this conflict between the guy he's pretending to be and the guy he actually is. And can he clear bars and societal thresholds? That's where a lot of the movie's conflict comes. At that time, that was science fiction. Today, that is actually real. That technology exists, and that changes a lot of the perception around it and the conversation around it.
It's kind of funny because one of the lessons of that movie I still teach my children and always have. If you remember the scene at the end where they're out in the dark and they're swimming around to the buoy, and the guy's like, no, we got to turn back. You got to turn back. And they keep going. It's like, hey, how did you do this? It's like, I never saved anything for the return trip. It's a one-way shot. We do it full send. Yeah, we don't do anything half-assed. We full-ass it.
and the real sick beauty of that scene is that the perfect man and the imperfect man together need each other for that moment. The perfect man exerts all his energy on the route out, and the imperfect man knows that they're both dead if they can't make it together. So it's a beautiful moral lesson, ethical lesson that's almost timeless. And
it is.
It's one of the reasons why I still parrot this movie.
Oh yeah, and
scary that's topic as it sounds.
Yeah, and that's been a lesson in our house since day one. It was always one of those, and ever since I was growing up, I always had that mindset. It's like, no, I'm not saving anything. I'm going all in. And a lot of people say, well, it's luck, it's stupidity, it's a lot of things why things go right when they shouldn't. It's like, fuck, I don't know, but I'm not just going to halfway do it. And so it's interesting where we learn these lessons from life. So, Wild Angel, what about yours? Did we cover yours already? We did. Okay.
Inception.
And Alpha ducked out. Oh, that's right. Inception. So I'm going to share mine with you because this is one. Alpha's back. Okay. I'll share mine while Alpha's thinking about his great mind twist movie, what his number one is. The one that really stands out to me, I've seen a lot of them, and I always love them. Basic, I mean, there's a lot of great ones out there. But Predestination, that has got to be my number one. By the end of the movie, my brain went, wait, what just happened here? I don't know if you guys have seen that with Ethan Hawke. where he's a temporal agent, and he's traveling back and forth through time to try to catch the Fizzle Bomber.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen that one.
And by the end, you realize that though this person is traveling through time and stuff, he turns out to be his own relative. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to take it away from him. But it's like, wait, what? No. You start doing the math in your head, and you're like, that's just wrong in every way possible. It's twisted. It is a very twist. By the end of the movie, your brain's just like sideways going, okay, that's my brain. Let me dust it off, put it back in my head. That was mine. So I don't want to give it away because it is an amazing movie, and it's one that just keeps you guessing. It's not an A+ movie by any means, but by the end, I guarantee your brain is going to be screwed in sideways.
Interesting.
What about you, Alpha? What's your number one, Alpha?
It would either be Smile, because the trope there is so interesting, and I've never figured out what the smile is, how it works and stuff, and that's always going to sit in my brain. And then I think the other one would probably be what was it? I think it was Happy Death Day. Oh, that was so cool. That was real cool.
Happy Death Day.
I
don't think I've seen that one.
Happy Death Day. The person replays their birthday and they die every day over and over and over, and it's just like, oh, that's beautiful.
I'm more interested in who came up with that and how.
Right.
It's like
It's Groundhog Day.
Bad way.
It's cool. It's
Groundhog
really cool.
Day means 6 feet under.
That to me,
Yeah,
is a
exactly.
bye-bye man.
There you go. See? Who says I'm not married to a
that's
witch?
That's a real black cat. That's a real black cat.
That's her familiar.
Jax.
That's Jax.
Yeah.
Hi, Jax.
He's out of here.
Now, where's the Wicked
He's
Witch
out
of here.
of the West? Is that right? The Wicked Witch of the West. I think that's
The West.
Yeah.
The West is the nice one. The East is the nasty.
Okay. The West. The Wicked Witch.
So,
of the East.
yeah. Wild Angel is a witch from South by Southwest. It's okay. We'll go with that. That sounds good.
I'm a kitchen witch. Thank you.
Kitchen witch. Okay, that works. So, we are running out of time here, guys. But, we kind of ducked on the Halloween. So, let me ask you. Now, we're all adults. How are you carrying on your tradition to make sure your children, your friends, or yourself don't forget what it was like to be that child in costumes or eating candy or having fun? What do you still do to this day that keeps you young and enjoying the holiday? Alpha, take it away, bud.
Oh no! What?
He doesn't celebrate the holiday.
We have a barbecue. It's called Brie. Okay, got it. Wild Angel.
He does a
Sort of
South
your-
African version of an Irish wake.
Oh, Bry's more than
There you
good
go.
enough for me. Chill with friends, and that's it. It's good enough, Like, I'm happy with
So,
that.
that's fair. And
Hey,
for
that's
you,
a
it's kind of unfair,
perfect
Alpha, because you don't
tradition,
celebrate Halloween.
sir.
Yeah, I'm good with that. So, Wild Angel, sort of your favorite red balloon that keeps attacking the screen. I'm waiting for the clown. I really wish there would be.
We all
I'm
float
sorry.
in serenity.
That's
We all
Wait,
float.
we just
Into
like-
it.
What if he just like turns around and it's like a clown face on it, and you're just like, oh god, okay, that would be cool.
I got
So
my red
here's
balloon.
a
It's
little
just
bit
hiding
of-
right there.
Ooh.
A little bit of Halloween trivia for you guys. We're in Trick or Treat in Ireland. The trick or treater must perform a trick to get the treat.
Okay.
Isn't that called
that's the most
prostitution?
Irish stuff ever. I love it.
I'm sorry. A red-headed woman comes to my door, says, "Trick or treats." How much do you charge? That's just me.
But there's a little Halloween trivia for you. So
They
my
can at least come with a lute and play a little jig.
they
Yeah.
have to, they have to perform for their candy. So one of my main tradition that I carry on Halloween is we have tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches every year on Halloween. When I was
Why is
little, like that 4, 5, 6, that preschool, kindergarten age, my parents had just bought a house and we hadn't even moved in yet, but it was in a big neighborhood. So there was a lot of kids and a lot of trick-or-treating. So on Halloween, we went to the house. My mom, that was our very first meal cooked in the house. I was an apple that year for Halloween. Big crepe paper apple. And it was raining. So the dye ran out of covered everything. But anyway, so we had, and up north in North Idaho, it's always cold and wet and rainy for Halloween. It never fails. Sometimes there was snow. And so grilled cheese and tomato soup is nice and warm and filling. And so that's what we would have. And then I carried that on with my kids. And when I joined Serenity and his kids, I brought that tradition with us. And so as soon as we're off stream, I am going to go make grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
That sounds real nice.
Love carrying through. What about you, Nexus? How do you carry it through, my man?
Oh, in the great anthropological tradition of educating people about how a lot of Halloween traditions are an amalgamous smorgasbord of various traditions cobbled together from cultures all around the world. And in that way, it is not really a Satan worship holiday, nor is it a pagan holiday. It is a combination of pagan, Christian, and many other cultures besides. And in that way, that all of these disparate cultures came to the distinct and independent conclusion, all at the same time together, at one moment, to acknowledge that this time of year, this week basically, is a week when the supernatural veil is thin. I've always thought that was most interesting.
Absolutely. And it is fascinating. It brings about so many things about the spiritual and the metaphorical. I mean, yeah, everything comes together this week. And, for myself, like I said before, I've never been much of a costume guy since I was a little kid. So the only way I could pay it forward is to make sure that my children don't have that uncertainty about dressing up, that, uncomfortability. I want to make sure that I support Wild Angel in her endeavors with pumpkin decorating, things like that. And I get to share my creativity, but not be front and center. So my biggest thing I can do is I can stand back out of the spotlight and I can let other people take the front row and support them in any way that they feel like. And let them know that, hey, it's okay. Be silly, be fun, have fun out there. And who cares what people think? It doesn't really matter. Go out and have fun because life is way too short to not have fun.
So if your kids want to go get some candy, let them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
send them on over.
Them. Get yourself a nice walk in the evening. But bring a jacket. It's getting chilly out here.
Right.
And
even last year, one of our oldest ones, I mean, granted, she has some developmental issues, so she's actually about 10 cognitively. But she's 32. She went trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
And
but
we're not
she
going to
looks
stop
like she's
her.
12.
She does.
No. Yeah.
We
she
don't
does.
stop
She's
her.
like
We let her have fun.
60 pounds soaking wet. Absolutely. So,
Maybe
guys,
25 now.
there's no way. Anyway, but we do have to wrap it up, guys, because I hear grilled cheese and tomato soup is on the menu tonight, so I'm excited for some food.
It's in your future.
Yeah, I know it is. Guaranteed I know the menu tonight. But, on these festive holidays, sometimes they may seem silly. They may seem frivolous or just not really relevant. You know what? Everything is relevant. So if you have people in your life, make sure to support them, to love them, to go out and have fun with them, even if it's taking them trick-or-treating, dressing up, or just being silly and having fun. Life is way too short to be serious all the time. Because in the end, you're going to end up old and bald, or gray in Alpha's case, and you're going to look back and say, I wish I would have had a little more fun. I wish I would have spent some time with this family member or that friend, or wish I would have done this or that. So take this opportunity to reach out to somebody that maybe you haven't talked to. Maybe you said, nah, I don't feel like... I muted myself, sorry. Maybe I want to sit home, watch TV. I don't feel like being social. And get up off the couch. Get out there, put yourself out there, make those connections, because that is what life is all about. So I want to thank you for tuning in tonight, and we'll be here every Friday until you guys tell us to stop coming or nobody else shows up, and we'll probably still be here. But go out and follow Project Duck Depression. Help spread some positivity. make sure to tune into the gaming streams because we're always having fun and we'd love to have you join us. So I love you all. Have a happy Halloween and we'll catch you next Friday. Night, guys.
I will see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.
I've walked through the fire.